Welcome back to IELTS Triumph. Today we are going to learn about the first part of the IELTS speaking exam, the interview. As discussed before in this section, the examiner asks you some personal questions about yourself, your hobbies, family, friends, hometown, etc. Look at this example. What is your full name? What may I call you? Can I see your ID? Where are you from? Now let us discuss the strategies to prepare and attempt part 1 of the IELTS speaking exam. Firstly, gain knowledge. Have a decent and clear knowledge about yourself and related stuff. This may include your hobbies, education, job, hometown, workplace, family, and friends. This knowledge will give you a context for your speech. Talk at length. Practice talking at length. One word or one sentence answers are not appreciated in the IELTS speaking exam. You are expected to give a detailed response to the examiner's questions. You can meet this requirement by including additional information and details in each of your responses. Let us take this example. You may be asked about the question, do you work or study? This is one of the most commonly asked questions in the IELTS speaking exam around the globe. You may give a one-sentence response by saying, I work. This response, although correct, is not good enough to get you a good score in the IELTS speaking exam. A better response would be, I am working as a lecturer in physics at the Government Graduate College of Science, Faisalabad. I was appointed as a lecturer in 2018. Previously, I worked at the Government Graduate College, Godhra, and was transferred to my current workplace in November 2023. To date, I have more than 6 years of work experience. It can be seen from this example that the examiner only asked me about study or work. I have added further details including the nature of my job and the names and durations of my 2 workplaces, thus making my response detailed and lengthy. Do not give details when asked about your name and ID. These 2 questions only require a one-sentence answer. Be true to yourself. The examiner will not judge you but your English speaking ability. So be true to yourself and give honest responses without the fear of being judged. Giving honest responses will allow you to recall information easily and accurately. For example, you might not feel confident about the reason for your study gap in some other interview, but in IELTS you can state it without fear. There is no wrong information. While recalling any information, we often get a blurred image like the exact number of students in your class, or the number of steps up to the first floor in your house. The point of such information is that there is no wrong information. The examiner does not know the exact number either, so you may confidently speak an approximate number or value while quoting such information. Never compromise your fluency to recall the exact information. Here is an example of questions included in part 1 of the IELTS speaking exam. What is your full name? What may I call you? Can I see your ID? Where are you from? Do you work or study? What kind of advertisements do you dislike? Do you share advertisements with others? What kind of advertisements do you watch? Where can you see advertisements? Now, I present the solution to these questions according to my perspective. Remember that these responses are just a sample. You must change them according to your perspective. What is your full name?
My name is Sharoon Sardar.
What may I call you? This question is often asked because in some regions people prefer to be addressed by their first name, while in other regions they prefer to be addressed by their last name. You are expected to share your preference with the examiner in response to this question. For example, since I prefer to be called by my first name, I would answer, you may call me Sharoon. Can I see your ID? Here it is. You will show your ID to the examiner in this regard. You can also see that I have given only one-sentence answers till now. The reason is that there is no need to include extra details in these questions. Where are you from? I am from
Faisalabad.
It is the 3rd largest city in Pakistan in terms of population. Situated in the province of Punjab, Faisalabad is famous for its textile industry. For this very reason, it is referred to as the Manchester of Pakistan. You can see that I have included some details about my home city. This is why you should gain knowledge about your related stuff. What kind of advertisements do you dislike? Here, the examiner is asking my personal opinion about a certain situation. My response to this question is, I am a strong opponent to fake and exaggerated advertisements. I believe that we should always advertise the true product and results, and we should not try to move the audience on a fake path. Do you work or study? This is the same question we discussed earlier. The response to this question will also be the same. Do you share advertisements with others? For sure. I have been running an online IELTS coaching center and I share my advertisement with many people. I always make sure my advertisements are true to my abilities and I may never deceive my audience. A point to notice here is that I have highlighted the point that I always make sure that my advertisements are true to my abilities. This point is an explanation of my previous response, where I said that I am a strong opponent of fake advertisements. This is how I make my logic coherent. Where can you see advertisements? As I have mentioned before, we are immersed in a sea of advertisements on the internet, so it is a major source of advertisements for most of us. Other than the internet, there are banners, pamphlets, flyers, wall chalking, etc., through which people make their advertisements work. What kind of advertisements do you watch? When I saw this question, I saw an opportunity to showcase my English speaking ability to the fullest. So I made a detailed response, which is, I believe that in a socially hyperactive world, we do not get to choose the advertisements we wish to watch. We are living in a sea of advertisements and we go through them unknowingly and unwillingly. For instance, we encounter an ad for every YouTube video, Google shows us ads related to our search history, and thousands of people share their adverts on Facebook, Instagram, etc. So I am always watching ads here and there. However, there is one thing in particular. Since I am mostly into electronics, most of the time I am prompted to the electronics related ads. Here I have ticked multiple boxes. Firstly, it is a detailed response. Secondly, I have tried not to repeat the word advertisement every time. I have used words like ads and adverts to make use of different words with the same meaning. I have included an uncommon word hyperactive to showcase the range of my vocabulary. These are the patterns that can be followed to make our responses great and award-winning. I hope that this lecture will be of extreme help for you to make a good performance in the first part of the IELTS speaking exam. Stay tuned, as the other parts of the IELTS exam will also be covered in the upcoming lectures. Like the video and subscribe to IELTS Triumph. Hope to see you soon in the next lecture. Till then, keep learning.